What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. What do you want me to say? This shit with black men getting shot up by the cops, I mean, it's getting kind of old. We've had 2 shootings back to back within, I believe within a week. We had the shit with, what's my man's name? Walter Scott and Officer Slager. And we also recently had the latest one is with a man named Eric Harris. I forget what the fucking cop's name is. But I'm sure y'all have heard the story with Walter Scott was that he was driving and he got pulled over for having a broken tail light, and cop pulled him over, you know, asked for his license, registration, questioned the guy a little bit. The guy was kind of shaky during his initial interrogation. The cop went back to run his ID, I guess, and Walter Scott ran. A pursuit ensued for a little bit, and Walter Scott ended up getting shot in the back. In the Eric Harris situation, this dude, he was the target of an undercover sting, and he was going to sell illegal guns to a undercover cop. And when they confirmed that he was about to make the purchase or he had the guns, he was swarmed by the cops. So this dude decided to run and he got tackled, and the cop, the guy's name eludes me right now, but he was a 73-year-old man. He while the cops piled on him, he says that he was reaching for his taser to tase him, even though he was already piled upon by all these cops, but he grabbed his gun instead and shot this guy. And Eric Harris lost his life. And let me just say this before I go in. In both of these scenarios, none of these guys deserve to be shot. That's what I believe. Especially in the Walter Scott case, because I watched that one over and over and over again. No one deserves to be shot in the back like that. Well, let me just say for both cases, no one deserves to be shot, period. I'm not saying anyone deserves to be shot. Why I'm making this video is because a lot of Negroes are running around. I see on YouTube, you know, I've talked about how a lot of black people don't like to take accountability for shit. And what I mean by that is, in both these scenarios, these men didn't have to be where they were at. In the Walter Scott case, this dude started running because I believe he had a warrant on him because he was in arrears for child support. So once the cop went back to the car and started running his ID, this dude bolted. He decided to run. And again, like I said, I don't think it warranted him getting shot in the back like he did. He didn't deserve to be shot like an animal like he did, but you got to look at the circumstances. You got to add all that up. And again, it still doesn't add up to him being shot, but dude, handle your fucking responsibilities. You got this, mind you, this guy's 50 years old. That's another thing. You got this Negro that's fucking 50 years old, dressing like he's fucking 20 years old, his pants sagging, baggy ass shirt, and he's trying to run from the fucking cops. I mean, if you know you got a warrant on you, especially for something like that, you're not a fucking serial killer or a murderer or rapist or anything like that. Listen, take your pinch, go down to the precinct, they, you know, handle your business. And even before that, you know, you would think as a grown ass man, especially of that age, listen, let me go down to the courts and get on some type of payment plan, show them I'm trying to do something as an act of good faith, something so you're not in that fucking scenario. You know what I mean? Something that will keep you out of the limelight. But again, no one wants to acknowledge this, except for a few YouTubers. Then in the Eric Harris scenario, like I mentioned before, this dude was caught on a dash cam about to fucking sell an illegal gun. And I even watched one Negroes video. I'm not gonna mention this guy's name, but this is the type of shit that pisses me off. He's saying, oh yeah, you even got black people on YouTube making videos saying that he deserved to die and this and that, and he should know. Why'd he run? Why'd he run? That's right. Why did he run? You were caught. You were done. You were finished. All right, you got me. All right, you were caught. You weren't getting away. You can see in the fucking dash cam. The car came. He looked again. He was getting swarmed by these dudes, so he ran. Like, what are you running from? You're finished. They knew who the fuck you were. You had an illegal gun. You were about to make an illegal sale. It's like, you know, at what point do you say, shit, all right, you know what? Yeah, it's over. Yeah, so I watched this one Negroes video on YouTube, and he's saying shit like, you know, yeah, black men are making videos which promotes, you know, anti-black sentiment, and it also, you know, it's marketable to racist white people and shit like that. Let me just say this. I'm not making videos so racist white people could come on and say, yeah, go get them. I'm not trying to be a fucking lapdog in that sense. You have to look at everything. You have to analyze everything. Eric Harris did not have to fucking be in that situation. He put himself in that situation. I mean, his own fucking brother said it when they interviewed him on TV. His own fucking brother said, yeah, you know what? Me and my brother, we have a shady past. We have a shoddy past. You know what? We're just gonna let the public decide, you know, with all the evidence when it comes out. We're gonna let the public decide and see what they say. I mean, his own brother said it. So, I mean, if he could admit it, why can't you Negroes do it? You niggas can't say shit. Oh, no, it's just racist white cops running around trying to kill niggas. No, I mean, where do you find the racism? I mean, these guys weren't model citizens. Now, I could see if they were walking an old lady across the street, and then these dudes piled up, just drove up, ran up out of nowhere, shot him in the back, or knocked him down and shot him in the back like the 73-year-old motherfucker did, who, by the way, let me add, I don't even think he passed his probationary period. He had like 1 year, and I don't think he passed his probationary period of being, what would you call it? A beat cop, I guess, for the lack of a better word. And this dude should not have been out on the street. The guy that shot Eric Harris in the back. I mean, it was ridiculous. Guy was already down. What the fuck you gonna tase him for? But this dude, he grabbed his gat, shot him, and even in the video he goes, "Oh, I shot him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." He even said it. And you know, Eric Harris died in a foul way. You know, he was screaming, "He shot me, he shot me," and the cops were just saying, "Fuck you, you ran," this and that. And he's like, what did he say about his breath? He goes, I have no breath, or something like that. And the cop says, "Fuck your breath, you ran, you ran." And I believe that all the cops involved in that situation, much like Officer Slager, they should all be tried and thrown in jail, in my opinion. You know, because they're just heartless, and you know, it is what it is. But let me tell you something. As black men nowadays, you know, since the sentiment of a lot of Negroes is, the white man's out to get us. You know, you would think when you're in a situation where the cops are around or the white cops are around, you would think, okay, hey, here it is. I'm not gonna fight. Look, all right, here it is. Let me tell you something. I'm not trying to say that there aren't racist cops, because I know that there's racist cops. There's certain situations where I've been in personally. I've been pulled over by cops before, and you know what? With me having that in my head that this person could be a racist cop, I'm not gonna assume that he is, but I mean, I'm not gonna say every cop is, but I just hope for the best yet expect the worst. Let's put it that way. I've said on my videos, I always have my expectations very low. So that way, if something happens, I'm not that fucking surprised. Like, I've been pulled over before by white cops, and you know what? Listen, I just tell them, look, you know what? Yeah, I did that. Like, one time in particular, I was driving home from school, and some fucking asshole was in front of me, and I'm trying to drive, like, get on the Garden State Parkway over here, and this dude was driving like a fucking grandma. So I'm like trying to get back to my house for a minute, and I had to cut around the guy kind of aggressively, and I knew I did it. So a cop came, pulled me over, and I explained it to him. I said, listen, I'm trying to get home. You know, he asked me where I'm coming from. I said, coming from Union County Votech, coming from the vocational school over there. Where you going? I said, I'm going to Union. I'm going to my house real quick. You know, the guy in front of me was being indecisive. I had to get around him, blah, 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 blah. And I said, yeah, you know what? I did move a little bit fast. I'm sorry. You know what? The cop said, okay, just be careful. Don't do that. That was it. Now, I've talked to another cop that I know, and he said to me, look, I don't look to be white cop, by the way. He goes, I don't look to be giving motherfuckers tickets. He goes, why would I want to give myself extra work? I don't do it unless I really have to. He goes, look, if I pull somebody over for a brake light or some bullshit or whatever, he goes, look, I just feel them out. Like, if you are, you know, giving me an attitude, cutting your eyes, being a dick, yeah, I'm gonna write you the ticket, you know, but if you're respectful or whatever, oh, yes, sir, you know, yes, sir, yeah, I'll take care of it. Yeah, he goes, I don't look to fuck with people, you know what I mean? But that's just a little word of advice to a lot of black men who have that sentiment that all these fucking cops are out to get you. I mean, are there racist cops? Like I said, yes. I've dealt with dickhead cops myself too, so I'm not excusing that. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying when you're in certain scenarios, act accordingly. You know these motherfuckers got guns. A lot of these niggas are trigger happy. Why would you want to fucking incite them? I mean, look, I don't want to ramble. This is going on a little bit too long. I just had to put in my 2 cents on this shit. Rest in peace, Eric Harris. Rest in peace, fucking. Oh yeah. By the way, speaking of that, that other YouTuber I was talking about. I'm sorry. Before I close this out, another thing that annoyed me about what this YouTuber said is he goes, "Yeah, I want to go back to about 10 years ago to when Chris Rock had a special. I believe it was it Bigger and Blacker, where he had the skit Black People versus Niggas. You could look it up on YouTube, or I'll try and find it and leave the link down there so you can see it." And he goes, "Oh, so I could go back in time and smack the shit out of him because he just made a statement pandering to whites and this and that, and he made it look like the basically, to paraphrase it, trying to kiss white ass." And no, that's not the truth, because, you know, I had this conversation with someone years ago where someone says, "Oh, you don't if a black person commits a crime or does this and that ignorant, you won't claim it? So no. Why would I want to claim someone being ignorant that don't know any better? Nah, I'm not gonna deal with a nigga like that. Fuck that. You know, why would you want to? It's just like every other race does the same thing. White people that are prominent and about something, they don't associate with white trash. That's just the way it is. So why would I want to put myself in a position where someone's doing ignorant shit like selling dope, selling guns? By the way, Eric Harris, to go back to that, he was selling illegal guns, which would most likely end up in the hands of one of you ignorant ass niggas, ignorant ass Negroes, and you would end up shooting another black man for his fucking Air Jordans or for fucking candy or a trash ass bitch, you know? So, I mean, the circle got stopped there. The cycle got stopped there, excuse me. I mean, this is really a vicious cycle, just to summarize this, you know. Black man, just pay attention to your surroundings. Don't put yourself in stupid ass situations. Rest in peace, fucking Eric Harris. Rest in peace, Walter Scott. I don't know what to tell you, man. A lot of y'all Negroes need to look at the full picture before saying stupid shit. And that's all I gotta say. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, all right? Peace, bitches.